Taylor again. Pre-Algebra, middle school math. Taking a look at dividing mixed numbers. Well, we went through all the series of the do's and do not, the key concepts, and this is no different with these mixed numbers as it was when we were going through the multiplication stage. Again, change into an improper, simplify before multiplying impossible. Okay, so let's take a look at dividing 4 2/3. So let's divide 4 2/3, and again we're gonna put some rules in here for you by -3 1/2. These integers are very, very, very important that we know what these rules are. Well, we can go through the estimate stage, but I don't want to do that. I definitely just want you to understand what we do, and first we need to turn both of these into improper fraction, and we do so by multiplying the denominator times the whole number and then adding the numerator. So 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2 will give us 14 over 3 divided by 2 times a -3 is a -6 plus 1 is a -7 over 2. Now we must follow the rules, which is take the multiplicative inverse of the second number. So this will give us again 14 over 3 times the multiplicative inverse here would be a -2 over 7. And as you can see, 7 and 14 are factors, so we can divide 7 into 7 one time, into 14 two times, and now we're simply with 2 times 2, which is a -4 because we have our -2 here, and 3 times 1, which is actually 3. And the only thing that that we're doing from here is we're taking a look at, well, what is our so we can take 3 and 4 and we can get a -1, and if we simplify that, we're going to get a -1 and 1/3. So again, I just want to make sure that you understand that once you do your cross dividing, however, you still, if you get an improper fraction, you must reduce that in simplest terms. Okay, let's take a look at another one. 2 3/4. And let's divide that by a -2 1/5. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, again, we're going to change both into improper fraction. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 3 is 11 over 4, and that's going to be divided by 5 times 2 is 10, and that's a negative, plus 1 is a -11 over 5. And now we'll just go ahead and rewrite the first fraction, 11 over 4 times, and we will take the reciprocal of the multiplicative inverse, and we'll make that a -5 over 11. And as we can see, these cancel. Should I say they divide, simplify. So now, as we look at what we have remaining, we will have a -5. 1 times 5 is 5, and that's a negative, over 1 times 4 is 4. That is a improper fraction, so we must simplify it to a mixed number, and we will get a negative 1 and 1/4. Okay? What about if we have two positive numbers? Well, I don't think we did that. Let me scroll back up and see. No, we didn't. So let's take two positive numbers. Let's take 1 and 1/2 and divide that by 2 and 1/3. Now again, we follow the same procedure here. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3/2, divided by 6 plus 1 is 7/3. Okay, so now we rewrite 3/2, but that's times 3/7. Well, no fraction symbol here, so we can't cross divide. Let's just go ahead and numerator times numerator is 9, and denominator times denominator is 14, and it cannot be simplified, so we wind up with 9/14. Okay, one more, and this way we're taking two negative numbers. Might as well take a look at all of it. So we have a negative 3 and 1/2 divided by a negative 1 and 1/4. Okay, so processing, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is a negative 7/2, divided by negative 4 plus 1 is a negative 5/4. Okay, so now we can go on and take our multiplicative inverse of the second number. So that's going to give us a negative 7/2 times a negative 4/5, and we can divide here. Okay, and that's going to give us 7 times 2 is 14, but negative times a negative is positive, so we remain positive over 5 times 1 is 5, and we divide. So if we divide here, we will get 2 and a remainder of 4, which becomes our numerator over 5. Okay, just make sure that you follow the procedure here when you're dividing by mixed numbers, and that is changing the mixed numbers into improper fractions. Make sure you understand the rules of integers. Same sign, positive, opposite sign is negative. Make sure that you understand that the second number you're going to find the multiplicative inverse when you multiply, or the reciprocal, and you should be fine. Practice, practice, practice.